Our cabin just arrived. We have our RBM Outdoors Koala Air 7, and we're going to check it out. We have a tarp, we've got a pump, we got the rain tarp. Let's check it out.
Okay, the Koala Air Tent 7 came in 2 boxes. The one on the left, the smaller one, seemed to be some stakes and maybe some windows and maybe that separator for the inside of the tent we're thinking. We'll unbox it together here or pull everything out and show you what came with it.
We just took everything out of the boxes. It did come in 2 boxes. One has the pump and it looked like maybe the divider for the rooms and some windows. We're not quite sure exactly what's in it yet, and the stakes, but obviously 2 different bags. Let's see what's in them. We do have an electric air pump that we opted to add to the equipment. It does come with like a hand pump, but let's use the electric pump.
Okay, just unpacked the 2 bags. On our right, we got the tent, so we just unrolled it a little bit. Didn't seem to be anything else with it that we've seen yet, and there's the bag up top. The smaller bag came with 2 tent stake bags. This is the pump, so it does come with a pump. It came with some windows in the back. There's the bag. It came with, it looks to be there's 2 things here. One seems to be a little thinner than the other, so 2 looks like a room separator or potentially a rain cover. So let's get this thing pumped up. We want to time that and see if our pump will first of all do it and how long it takes. Okay, we're going to hook this electric pump up and I'm going to show you if it's showing or not. I'm going to do a stopwatch to see how long it takes.
We don't know if this is going to work or not, but we did get an electric pump. Let's see how long it takes. There we go.
And I just hit start. We're at 13 seconds. Okay, we are 1 minute and 40 seconds in. We're starting to see it take shape. It's got the little pump going, just seeing if it can handle it and how long this takes. Would be nice. You can have the pump going. It secures in the inlet pretty well, and then you can maybe unload a couple things out of the car, and hopefully it's pretty far at that point.
I could have a glass of wine setting up this tent.
About 5 minutes in, and it's really starting to take shape, and the pump started making a sound, and the screen said high now, like it kicked into high gear. We did notice there's 2 inflatable spots that we've noticed so far, one up front, and we're looking at it from the front here, so one on the front right and one on the front rear. We're going to kind of just see how much longer it takes. And there it goes. It stopped on its own at 6.5. Oh, let me hit stop. And we were at 8 minutes and 16 seconds. I want to show you something. This pump's really neat. Did a great job. So this hookup valve, something that's really cool to know. When you unhook it, there's like 2 valves. One bigger one that screws in. It doesn't lose any air. So you have a smaller one here that is protected. You just screw it on, but you don't lose any air when you're messing with it. And then you can see here how that's hooked up. So there's the setup right now. Let's take a look at this thing. All right, just took 8 minutes and 16 seconds to set it up. There's all our extra stuff. A little black bag there's for the pump. Everything else went to the tent. It says it's about a 12 by 16. I'm gonna get a tape measure out before this video's done. Measure this. We'll go in it in just a second. That pump did a great job. You just set it, walk away, there you go. So this is the inflatable tent. And you hear people say that that feels tough. And boy, oh boy, does it ever. You got your side windows. There's one of your skylights. There is another hookup here in the back. There's only 1 door on this tent. So there's a big window here in the back. You can see here, got ventilation up there. And there it is from this side. We're gonna have to go in and check this sucker out.
Just rolling up a couple of windows. The fabric feels nice and thick. It seems really durable, really sturdy feeling.
Just got the tent set up. We rolled the windows up, kind of maybe not the way we would do it if we were camping in it. It does have an integrated stovepipe. Come right through the ceiling, your stove for our wood stove. It's interesting when you go in this tent, it seems wider more than it does longer. So we're gonna measure it real quick and then let's go take a tour of the inside. We'll say, so we're messing with these windows and stuff. There's zippers that go down the sides of each of those, and then there's Velcro there. There's Velcro for the door and there's zippers. It's extremely thick and well built. Seems to be very, very sturdy. So we opened up the windows. It's actually got ropes for guidelines, for guy lines. So you can see here, they're actually big ropes. Of course, we're just setting this up in our yard, getting ready though, waiting for some cold weather, hoping you can catch some snow. And you can see there in the back room, there's some skylights. There's a room divider in it. So some of these extra parts, we're gonna have to check out what they are. And it does have ventilation, which is really nice. It's all attached in the back here. So you can see their screen, and you just fold these things right here in and out. Let's go take a look inside.
Well, hey there, Dirty Jack. Welcome to my humble abode. Come on in.
So we have the 2 rooms in this. Here's the stove jack. We just measured this front room. It was about 7 feet 5, 7 feet 4 this way, front to middle. And then it's about 11 feet 5 or so side to side, from there all the way to there. So you can see the stove jack. See, there's already a rope for hanging things. There's a hook for hanging things, and this tubing is really tough. So you can see the hook. Got plenty of pockets. And the flooring, I mean, it is ungodly thick. This is some very, very thick flooring. So we can kind of go through. There's a room divider in. And as we get closer, see, it zips in and out. So you can see, you could actually take this center room divider right out. There are windows that we rolled down. There are compartments there. And we thought if it got too cold, we're gonna leave this in, because then we'll just roll this door up, but then we would be able to stay in one room. This is the back room. Notice the skylights, all the pockets. This room is bigger, so the back room was noticeably bigger. And see, the floor does go up. You can take the centerpiece out, but it still will be a somewhat separate room. What a beautiful view though. So you can see the top. We opened the 2 skylights. It has the plastic windows in, and the other bag, or inside one of the bags, has all the plastic windows that come to these windows now that have screens on them. It's quite spacious and seemingly very well built. So here looks like you have things for going in and out.
Exhaust, I believe, for heaters or air conditioners.
So, yep, exhaust for heaters and air conditioners. Kind of a zip pocket there. A lot of extras, and just, you think of an air tent and you just don't realize just how sturdy this is.
Think about bounce houses and how strong they are, but check this out too. The door in between has a couple of layers, so you can have a screen. So maybe you go camping and that's your area you're using to cook, and this is your actual sleeping quarters. Maybe that's your indoor-outdoor space. So all of these are double layered. And then you saw the stack we have outside are the plastic coverings for the windows. So in the winter you're camping or fall and you want to keep that warm air in but have a nice view, you can do that. Really nice.
Super excited to get out and do some cold or cool weather camping in this thing with our stove.
Can't wait.
All right, just got some of the extras out. On the top, we just draped over the rain fly. So you would stake that down. And then right here in front of us, you can see this big door. Matches the big door that would be there. This one's full of screens and a lot lighter for the warmer weather. This is a lot thicker and heavier. Must be the cold weather door. It just simply zips right on out. So it's really thick. It's got the zipper on the side and a big Velcro all along the bottom. And then I just laid these windows on it. So there are 4 windows just for the sides. The back window of the tent does have like double layered. It has an inside flap and an outside. And then there's 2 stake bags. Here's one. And all the stakes do look the same. So I believe one bag is for the rain fly and the other bag of stakes is for the tent, and they are really thick and strong. So we could basically take all of this here, and this is kind of like the winter package, if you'd like to call it that. there'd be your 4 windows and your new front door. I don't think we'd need a rain fly in the winter. So with putting the rain fly on too, you will notice there's not a vent pipe for the stove, which is actually right here. So we just kind of have it draped over. But all 4 of these windows here do have the big plastic winter windows. This back one does not. It does have a canvas on the outside and on the inside. So that must just be enough. There's where a lot of that ventilation was, or you know, things for the diesel heaters, air conditioners, cords to run in, that kind of thing. There's another fill pipe back here in the corner. And you'll see there's 2 more windows, which we do have the winter windows for. Rain fly, just giving it a good look just to make sure that it did not have any type of vent for the stove. And that's pretty much everything it comes with. So you're figuring 8 to 10 minutes on a pump. You have a nice tent set up. It's super easy. You just hook the pump up and away you go. We decided to put the 4 winter windows on, so when we pack it up, it'll be ready for cold weather camping, which is really what we want to do. So we're showing you here just how easy it is.
Pretty simple. It's got some Velcro at the top of the window.
Big long piece of Velcro. Kind of that goes up there.
And then on the sides, it's got 2 zipper pulls. Oh, I only caught one. Oh, there's the other one.
So you just get the zipper started, and the zippers are, this is a really thick, strong zipper. You basically just go around and kind of zip it on in. There's 4 windows like this, 2 on each side. Up top, both skylights already have it. The rear window has 2 of these roll downs, one on the outside and one on the inside does not. At least ours didn't come with these plastic winter windows. So we got 2 on this side. We're going to do the 2 on the other side. We're probably even going to put the winter front door on, because the whole reason we got this is to get that stove going and get out there in the snow and cold weather.
So something kind of cool about these windows for the rain, you can see they have like a flap that covers the zipper so the water can't get into it. Make it a little tricky for zipping, but kind of nice for keeping the water out. We're putting the storm door on. We just put the storm windows in.
So we've seen a lot of videos where people just take this door out, use the back portion of the tent for their tent. So I don't know if that zipper is the exact same size, and you could put this exterior door thing on it. It looks like it's at least possible it is. And then they just use this, keep this open. So our thoughts right now are to put the winter storm door on, because we want to get the stove going, which the stove goes in this front room. But you can see there, you can have it kind of nice and wide open. It took her, by the time I walked over to grab the camera, she about had it all the way off. I had to slow her down. So it's 15-20 seconds she had this thing. So now we'll just see how long it takes to put this up there in its place. The versatility of this tent's really something else. There's the winter door, and that little pile over there on the sidewalk is the summer door, but it's just wide open in the front. And you still have the middle section that you could zip up, use the other side as your tent. And then you got this whole section here. You could put chairs and really set everything up. You notice the stove jack there, which of course you want the winter door in for. We do have the 4 side winter windows in. And now we're going to put the winter front door on. We were really curious, could you just leave the front open and just hang out that way if you'd want? So you could leave it open, put the summer screens up, or the winter cold door. Let's get that winter door on and see how that looks. So we just started putting the winter door on, and it went so fast. I've set the camera down, walked over to help her, and she had already had it zipped halfway. I grabbed the zipper from the top, pulled it down, and there's a long Velcro piece on the bottom, and it was done. So it's crazy how quick it was. So here we are getting it ready for cold weather camping. We got the winter door on, and I tell you, it was crazy. The change out of that only took just a minute or 2. So it is pretty easy, especially once you get the hang of it. We just got the tent. This is our initial review, and it is pretty thick and sturdy. The air in this thing is unbelievably strong, so it's kind of like a bounce house strength. So it seems to hold air real nice so far, and it's pretty versatile as far as for warm weather or cold weather, and easy to set up. The issue was just getting it around because it's big, but other than that, it was pretty easy. we're all set up. We got the winterized stuff going. Tina's getting her rug undone so she can put her rug that she's got for in there. The initial review on it was very easy to put up with the pump. We did not use the hand pump. We're going to take it just in case we need it, but we didn't use it. Seems to be very sturdy, rugged, and we got the windows on, which you can see now, and even just, I don't know if you could really tell, but boy, that is really something. And we put it at 6.5 pounds. So I know there's a little bit of a zone there, but it seemed like it was getting so tight that we didn't get too much more comfortable putting it higher than that. It does come with a rain fly, already ready for your wood stove, vented out. The rear room is bigger than the front room. You can remove the middle partition. These windows, once you get the hang of it, they go in exceptionally fast. We changed the whole front door out, and it just, I mean, without exaggerating, maybe a minute. And now we got it winterized and ready. So we'll go back in so you can see the center, and this whole center piece does unzip. It's already holding heat. Then we can roll that door up. You can see both of our skylights. And this back window was the one we mentioned earlier. It has a canvas rolled on the inside and outside, so it did not come with the plastic winter windows like the other 4 did. There's for your attachments, heating, cooling, probably electrical wires, whatever you need to run in and out. Plenty of pockets, rope along the top, a hook or a loop in each room, and you got your air there. You do not have air along the floor, which we kind of like. It gives us a little room to put furniture up that way. You can notice here, just giving you an idea, this is the center piece, just how quick it would unzip and come right out. It does have windows too. You could roll the door up in both windows, as you can see, and still make this one tent. So going through all the interior, it's nice and spacious. You got the ropes on both sides, the loops, pockets around, nice windows. You really feel like you got a good amount of space. You can see there's the back room. The floor is really thick. There's pockets and windows and lights. Seems to be really well constructed. It's going to be plenty big enough. You can use this back room as your tent and the front room as your screen tent or your cooking or your kitchen or just hangout space. Let's go see. There's the winter door. Let's. Hey,
you deliver some carpet?
We got a carpet delivery. Just had our carpet delivery. Rolled up the center door here. There's 2. There's a screen and then a canvas door that comes down, and they're pretty thick. All the zippers seem to be really high quality, and everything's been really nice. Actually, exactly what we expected. We thought this RBM tent would be nice. And Tina just put down this rug, and the floor is even thicker than we thought it would be. Gives you a really good view of the back room. Back window. Back. So coming from the back, looking towards the front, there's what our carpet delivery just brought us. You can see there. And let's go through. The back room's just slightly bigger than the front. Gives you a really good idea of what you're looking at. And that floor is really thick. Sides are nice. We're winterized and ready to go. Other than bringing our stove out and hooking that up and getting it blazing, we're ready to attempt to do some cold weather camping and riding and everything else that goes with it.
We just set the tent up for the first time. First impressions, really sturdy, nice, thick fabric. Seems like really nice quality construction. Details where you see a flap going over the zipper, really nice, thick, sturdy zippers, and the flaps over them to keep the water out. 2 doors for the front. As you can see, this one doesn't have screen. The other one has a screen door, so it's kind of nice. It has the winter package, I guess. First impressions, it's a really nice tent. Can't wait to use it.
Thanks for coming along. Our opening and initial review of our RBM Koala Air Tent 7. Hope to catch you out on the trails, see what we think of this thing when we're out in the cold and get that wood stove going in it. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Till the next time, guys.